Okay, anyways, from Miraculous Game we have Teardrop. Oh, that's the next player. Gonna be facing off versus Clockwork. It'll be another ZVZ on the shittiest map in the map pool. Ugh, look at this. This is disgusting. What is this? Good God. Alright, so in the top left-hand corner of Alterzim Stronghold, we have the red Zerg player from Team NDGame. It's Clockwork. And in the top right-hand position, his opponent from Miraculous Gaming, trying to close out the series. This is match point if Miraculous Gaming wins. It's Teardrop, the GM Zerg. So this is going to be another ZVZ. We actually have Teardrop scouting first, or scouting the correct location first, and Clockwork not doing so. So that will be a little bit of an advantage for Teardrop. Not too much. Oh, got to put on the production tab. Both players make an Overlord. Not going to have that early fool. Nothing at all. Nothing at all going me out from either player. We just have drones, regular ass drones, just droning up normally. Not too interesting in the first minute and a half. We will see, will they go hatch first or pool first? That's the question. And it will be answered in the next 30 seconds. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Whoa! Look at that. Alright, so it looks like a hatch first out of Clockwork and Teardrop, both going hatch first, going to be getting that in-base hatch basically in their main. Pretty much guaranteed to be safe. Only has to defend one ramp. We will probably see a gasless out of at least one of the players because of how easy it is to just defend this one ramp. All you have to do is block this ramp and you're good on two bases. You can go gasless and just drone up entirely as fast as you want, basically. So we actually had a drone scout out of Clockwork. That's not really normal in ZVZ. We actually usually see no drone scouts at all. So no gas going down for either player. Actually, no, wait, he did get a gas. Okay, Clockwork got a gas, so he's not going to be going gasless. He's going to be getting speed early to try to defend that. Not too much of a problem. We are freezing, and oh my god. Okay, so no gas out of Teardrop. Probably won't be seeing any for a very long time. He's actually rallying both his hatches to his naturals, so that so he's probably not planning on getting gas, or else he would be getting a couple extra drones there to saturate the geyser. We actually have speed going to start almost exactly as... Okay, there we go. Something happened with his computer, caused it to lag. That's totally fine. It was just joking. Wasn't angry or anything. Anyways, we have speed just on the way now. Actually pulled all three off of gas, so he's probably going to want to... He's trying to get some sort of good... speed timing. Is going to be as soon as the speed finishes, just massing up lings maybe and trying to come up here. Let's see the drone count. He is actually making a ling now, and okay, he is still droning though. So we have actually Teardrop. I almost call him Imbinoob because he's usually the one playing. Teardrop actually ahead in workers right now, but that could change at any moment. That is because he didn't go for the gas. The gas actually does hurt your worker count just a little bit in the early game. But both players going for that double queen right away. Teardrop is going to be able to block this thing, and actually going for the double gas now at about 5:10. That's a standardish time for ZVT, but usually you see gas way earlier for ZVZ just so you could get that speed. But as I said, this ramp is really tiny, easy to block with two queens, and you protect both your bases. And we have a 4-queen opening from Teardrop just so you can get those expansions. And I guess he saw, or he didn't see, but he predicted the no gas, and he sees he's going to confirm now. Yep, he knows that there's no gas here from Teardrop, and this is a very nice response from Clockwork because gasless is really hard to put pressure on. He is going to be basically getting this up for free, it looks like. But Teardrop is he's actually going for a very quick layer. Wow, very fast layer. Going to get those quick mutas perhaps. Yeah, most likely. Going to be wanting to get the gases at the natural pretty soon, so he can... Yeah, there it is. There's the natural gases. Pretty weird. He's actually got a full scout on Clockwork's base. That's pretty good. He sees Only one gas, and the gas is now being added. Let's see. Did he see the? No, he did not see the main gas being added, but that's okay. He's actually going for a roach and 2 evo chambers, so that's not going to be a muta play. Just going to be for a roach speed and +1/+1 to just push this third as quickly as possible. Just pretty much try to and actually he lets Clockwork in. He actually gets a full scout off of the entire base, knows exactly what's going on, sees that lair, sees the roach warren, and sees all the evo chambers, so he knows exactly what's going on. He's like, yep, he basically knows, and he's going to be able to prepare for it if he reacts quick enough. We actually have the evo chambers finishing. No upgrades yet. There we go. There's the upgrades. Actually getting double gas at his natural, or at his third. Is he's planning on mutas, I suppose, because that much gas with this few drones, really not much else you could do. Yeah, gasless is usually roach. Yep, that is true. That is totally true. Someone pointed out in the chat, and I completely agree there. But when I see layer, though, I just think mutas right away because it's just a force of habit. That's okay, though. Definitely just got the layer for the roach speed, of course. So anyways, he is pushing with roaches, and with this many people on gas and not many actual drones, he's not going to be able to afford the spine crawlers he needs to defend a big roach push. So as soon as he gets up a mass number of roaches, Clockwork won't have the proper defenses. He was going to rely on having the mutas, it looks like. Mutas up, perhaps. Spire is about 25 seconds in. This run by, quote-unquote run by, is not going to do anything, or he's not going to do any damage. He was probably trying to damage the third maybe, but that is not going to do anything at all. He's actually getting Baneling Nest just in anticipation of maybe Hydras as a response, but he's not getting Hydras. That's okay. The Baneling Nest is just a good thing to have in general, just in case you need to react to Hydras. Without Banelings, Hydras are actually pretty decent against the mutas, but with the Banelings, Banelings just wreck Hydras, and Hydras are slow enough that it's really hard to split. And here's going to be a big surround. He's going to try to surround him. That's actually very bad for Clockwork. And there we go. +1/+1, just about to finish for roaches. And once the +1 kicks in, he will 2-shot the lings because he does not have armor on this, does he? No, he does not. I don't think so. He doesn't even have an evo chamber anywhere. Not enough gas to get armor. And these 3 spines are going to finish, but I mean, he could just go here. And that looks like that is what he's going to do. He's actually building a bunch of Banelings. I'm not entirely sure why. The Spire is completed, but no mutas on the way just yet. Spending all his gas on Banelings. He's going to want to run up the ramp here and not have all his roaches clumped up. And there he's splitting off a little bit of roaches. Going to do some really good splits. And actually just kills these. And the Banelings go all on a couple roaches, it looks like. And that actually does a lot of damage, but really not cost efficient at all. 10 mutas are on the way, and that will clean up these roaches eventually, but not before losing a base or maybe even 2. Roaches can just go into the with that armor. They mitigate the splash damage of the mutas, or the, I'm not sure if you call it splash damage, but the glaive worm or whatever. And 3 drones trying to prevent roaches from coming up. That's not going to go over too well. I think Teardrop kind of pussied out there. He could have actually gone in just to see. I mean, there's even sacrificing a lot of roaches. I mean, the roaches aren't going to help you defend these mutas, really. All it's going to defend is lings, and there are no lings here. So pulling back home is not necessary, in my opinion, but that's okay. He's got a very good position here. He's actually on 3 bases to 2. Not even redoing the third. There we go. Now he's redoing the third. He's actually getting +2/+2, and as soon as that +2 armor kicks in, roaches are pretty much invincible versus mutas. Especially, he's not even getting +1 attack here for the mutas. So yeah, pretty much invincible here. He's actually getting 12 Hydras, and that will push the mutas away if the Hydras are in one position or in one ball. But the Hydras are all spread out. So if the mutas are able to, okay, that's not good at all. That's lost a muta for a spore. That's actually pretty bad. We actually have the Hydras coming out, but only 3 Hydras here, and they're Hydra sandwiching from the back. And all right, so now all the Hydras are together, so he won't be able to pick off the Hydras at all. He's actually going home with the mutas, going to be picking off any sort of overlords he can. That is a lot of mutas. That is way more mutas than I expected out of Clockwork here. No gas, only operating off of 4 gas. Going to be getting those 6 gases up ASAP as soon as these finish, as soon as the hatchery finishes. The third. We actually have a overseer just about to contaminate this. Is that what it's called? Contaminate? Or yeah, contaminate, I think. Yeah, contaminate this so that the larva doesn't spawn. And here's Muta's trying to come in here, but there's way too many Hydras to trade efficiently. He might actually kill the Hydras, but he will lose pretty much all his mutas, and he's actually getting bailing speed in response to these hydras, so that he can just take him out like last time. But there is quite a bit of roaches here to mitigate that as much as possible. He's actually going to be able to take out these hydras, but I don't think he trades efficiently. He has to lose only one muta for every 2 hydras in order to trade efficiently on gas. And yeah, so he basically, even if he loses half as many mutas as he loses hydras, then he's still in a bad spot. Especially hydras are pretty much, well, they're not expendable, but they're more expendable than mutas for sure. Yeah, that's my question too. Why did he back off with the roaches? So anyways, we have actually not very many banelings here, not enough at all. He's actually going to try to flank from behind. Getting on his creep, he's actually, if he gets perfect baneling shots, he'll be able to take out the mutas, or the hydras, but he's just running away. These are really bad splits here from Teardrop, but it looks like it doesn't quite matter. The +2 armor has kicked in. These hydras will be able to be cleaned up by these mutas, but not without losing quite a bit of mutas. These roaches better not back off again. You better just go in and finish it, and there they go in and finish it. And you thought +1 armor mitigates glaive worm? Well, this is like even worse. It's just barely not going to do any damage, basically. I think it literally does 0 damage. Actually, I think the least damage something can do is 0.5 of a point, so he will do 0.5 of a point of damage per every glaive worm shot here, and it looks like he's actually going to save this expansion. Oh my god, it's so close. There we go. It goes down. That was very nice. If he had one more transfuse, that would have stayed, and there's a bunch of mutas. There's a lot of mutas here, but the hydras are all going to be in one spot, and he's actually on 1 base to 3 right now, and that's just absolutely terrible for the guy on 1 base, of course. He is adding spore crawlers as best as possible, or is he just uprooting? Yeah, or no, he's adding them here. This is a lot of mutas. How many mutas do we have here? We have 28 mutas versus 11 hydras, 3 queens. But if he engages into the spore crawlers, he's absolutely dead. And this base is way not as close to mined out as this base. This base here. This base is pretty much mined out compared to this base anyway. So he must engage into the spore crawlers, and he will not be able to defend it or attack this whatsoever. He's actually has, let's see, 8 banelings. But he's gonna have to. This is going to be really tough for Clockwork to do. It looks like Imanoob will have a pretty easy time defending this, as long as he doesn't just absolutely get wrecked with his hydras. It's just absolutely crazy. He's actually just taking out these hydras one by one. The hydras are actually in the main here. A little bit bad there, a little bit out of position, but I mean this base is pretty much defended with spore crawlers, and he's going to get a really good. And actually uses the banelings on the spore crawlers. Not sure if I agree with that. These hydras are actually going to be able to take out the mutas then. Doesn't use banelings on drones or hydras at all. Just takes out the spore crawlers there. And yeah, so he's trying to rebuild his main and his third. His third is up now, but no drones are at it. Only 1 worker mining there. He's going to want to pretty much transfer all of these workers over there. He's not doing it yet, but that's okay. I think he could push and win right now, because he does not have the resources necessary to build enough mutas, I believe, or banelings. He does have these lings. These could be banelings, but it's okay. Just sporing up this base and moving out would be the best decision at this point. Or not the best decision. This is the safest decision technically, but he can end it if he wants to by just sporing up the base and moving out, I think. These muta count is not as scary as it used to be. It's only 3 less, but it looks a lot less scary for some reason. He is getting +1 armor now, which is good against hydras. Hydras are low damage, high attack rate units there, so getting armor would be good against them, just like Marines, for example. We have the hydras actually pushing the mutas back, trying to pick off little things, but actually losing a muta, I think. Not the best here. We actually have 11 banelings. Okay, only 5 of them are finished. The roaches are going to go in there and try to just target fire banelings, and that's actually really, really good. But all these banelings are going to... Ooh! Banelings actually just wreck these hydras, and... Okay, a lot of banelings just go down to target fire on the roaches, and this is GG. It looks like all the mutas go down, and hydras are barely touched. And Clockwork calls the GG, leaving it 5 to 2 for Miraculous Gaming. That makes the clan war over.